listening to the Pittsburgh Pile Driver.
What the hell is that?
Podcast.
Thursdays are the time for podcasting, when we get around to actually podcasting. But don't worry about what we do. We do us, you do you, and we'll come together at some point, and eventually our parts will match up and mash up, and there'll be, woo! Look out, girl. But hey, it's the Pittsburgh Podcast, so we're going to do Talkies About WrestleTown time. There is 2 shows that we're picking. We got a big episode. We got a big episode for you here, and we're going to do 2 shows to pick. Beef the Legend, part Boot. Shit. I went full Joe Biden right there. Poot the Bard, Beef the Legend, Tiger Bomb Tom, the champ of ages, is out doing the Lord's work, and we commend him for that. I am no Talkie McDumbface, and this quite possibly could be, is this the last of quarter what? Or is this brand new of quarter something?
Quarter 9.
I don't know, man. What is today? Oh, fuck, this is... Oh, boy. These are decisions that haven't been made yet. Probably.
April, May, June. So do we have pay-per-views in June? Because that'll be the end of second quarter.
Yeah. We have Forbidden Door and oh fuck, what's WWE doing? Money in the Bank? Is that June? So yeah, okay, no, we're good. The quarter 2 rolls on. We're fine. Everything's fine.
Quarter 2 rolls on. However, these are 2 pretty decent shows here that we're picking tonight. So this could put the King of the Jungle in some danger. Depending on how these picks go, for those of you who listen and those of you who participate, there is a chance that, an army of infidels, army of, no.
I am the Walrus.
Defilers. An army of defilers could I almost said scamper. Rampage through the Jungle Kingdom. Okay, calm down. Defilers could scamper rampage through the Jungle Kingdom of our illustrious champion and burn it all to the ground. Or there's also a chance that the Scampagers can mount a full force offensive into the Jungle Kingdom, and like the true King of the Mountain that he is, our champion. No, our champion could slay. No. Our champion could slay every single interloper that enters his domain. It's not make or break, but this could be a battle with some severe consequences. So, let's find out how that's going to go. Beef, lead us off with what we're doing pick-wise tonight.
What? Yeah, man.
What?
Oh,
there's just a big jug of rum right here. I'll help myself.
This is all fine.
Welcome to Ransom Town, Rumsies.
We've already talked about burning things to the ground twice already, and rum is already being talked about. So, yeah.
Clearly, the picks are going to go well for me tonight.
Something's crawling on my leg. I don't like that.
Oh, no.
Okay.
It's probably just your own bugs.
Creatures.
Yeah, the beef bugs. Beef bugs died me. Right. So,
Creatures are stirring.
I don't know
Voldemort.
when the last time... Oh my god, we did that so much on vacation. People are probably looking at us like we thought we actually laughed like that.
Yes.
In the ocean.
So happy.
I don't remember last time we've done anything, really. It's been far too long, but your face
None of this matters.
lucky.
It's just picks. Who cares?
Right. That's right. So yeah, I'm gonna give you the thing, so you better listen.
Pay attention. Ask some questions though.
Okay. Top of the mountain. Dave and Amber, 70 points each.
Forgot about
So unhappy I could cry.
that.
Further down the mountain, and I'm talking no, actually, Poots still in is in good shape. Until it gets weird with it. With 62.
Yeah.
Oh, Poot Mountain, the offensive into the Tiger
third,
Kingdom.
baby. I'm gonna ruin it tonight.
Don't.
I'm at 59, so I still have a puncher's chance. Although Dave is notoriously bad at AEW events, and Amber is just she's due. I'll say it. I'll say it because I've been saying it the whole fucking time. She's due for a collapse. Like this is unheralded. How many events in a row she's done well on? She's gonna blow it. She's gonna blow it.
Or this is the quarter where she just
Ransom
runs roughshot and murders all of us with picks of unknown knowledge and fathom.
You'll be dead.
Do you know why I don't know when quarter 3 is yet? Because I haven't figured out when. Because I'm waiting for things to sift out. That's why I don't know when quarter 3 is going to be. Anyway, I'm in 4th place with 59, so I still have a puncher's chance. Tom is pretty close behind at 55, so he's not out of the running yet. Ransom and Pat sit at 52.
Ooh.
A mountain to climb for sure.
Never gonna happen.
Scooby is getting some company down in the basement. Sandy got a whopping 4 points off of Backlash that I think everybody else scored 15 on except for Scoob. Scoob had 10, Sandra had 4. Sandra's sitting at Sandra's sitting at 28, Scoob's at 22. So they're out. I can say
they're out.
With
watch me throw it on
Sandra
the pyre tonight, buddy.
And Scooby have 0 chance. I can say that Ransom and Pat probably has about 50%. I'd go maybe 65, 70 with me and Tom. Hoot's probably right around an 80. So that's not great news. With Dave and Amber up top, that's not great news. Either way, I'm not happy.
Trust the judgment, buddy. Trust the judgment.
Intergender tag team champions.
Enter nothing. I'll go and steal that belt from Tom and just take it for myself. All right, so let's talk
just
the stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's talk the stuff that we're gonna be doing.
Beef had to work himself out to it. That's just that. Yeah. Like his brain wanted to, but his mouth was unsure of it.
That's
yeah.
It's like when you got like a 10-year-old. It's like when you got a 10-year-old mower and you're sitting there trying to pull the fucking cord. It's like yeah.
How gonna work?
I'm not. So we're gonna start with Double or Nothing because it comes last.
Oh boy.
We're gonna start with King of the Ring. We're gonna start with King of the Ring. King of the Ring is on Saturday at like 1 p.m. So.
What?
Now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why is it on at 1 p.m.?
Because it's in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
Oh no, blood money.
Yeah, it's one of the bloodening blood shows.
Here in Saudi Arabia. All right.
It's the funniest thing that they're having Queen of the Ring in Saudi Arabia.
Yep. Well.
Fully cover every bit of skin possible except for your face, but we're gonna try to make you cover your face.
Yep. You know what they say. They're gonna have a Royal Rumble there too. You know, at the best, they're gonna have a Royal Rumble there. Like that's best case scenario. Worst case is they fucking cajole their way into a fucking WrestleMania, which would be abhorrent. If Saudi Arabia gets a fucking WrestleMania before fucking England or France,
I might actually
fucking Germany.
not watch that WrestleMania.
I'd still watch, but it's fucking bullshit because they're in cahoots with fucking UFC, and of course UFC take TKO. It's all one the fucking thing now. So
I was gonna say, if we did want to do Double or Nothing first, that would give us a chance to track the outcomes of the of SmackDown. So we could just do our
we're gonna
picks.
do both shows. We're gonna do both shows tonight anyway. It's just a matter of which comes first, chicken or egg.
Why don't we light up Double or Nothing then? Because we might be able to track the King of the Ring, so we can have the most accurate picks.
Is there something on tonight?
No, SmackDown's tomorrow, bro.
Oh yeah, that's right.
SmackDown's on Fridays, bro.
I'm a
It's not Thursday night on UPN anymore.
My dude, it ain't 03.
Never mind, ignore me! Ignore me! The embarrassment! Ignore me! Ignore the embarrassment! On, wait.
Okay,
ignore me!
Somebody publicly shame him.
Somebody left a baby.
Oh, I'll publicly shame you with this Shook Spice I was telling you about. Oh boy.
I'm a little shocked that we don't know.
Oh, it's bad.
I'm a little shocked we don't know who's won from SmackDown, that there weren't any kind of like spoilers, because they must be having they must be having it live tomorrow with Saudi is all I can think.
More than likely.
Which is weird, but whatever. All right. So we can start with Double or Nothing. That's fine. All right. So 10 matches on Double or Nothing's card. Here they are. Not in the order that we're picking them, but here are your matches. Roddy Strong defends against Will Ospreay for the AEW International Championship. Timeless Tony Storm defends against Serena Deeb for the AEW Women's Championship. Adam, don't call me Edge Copeland, defends against Malachi Black for the TNT Championship in a barbed wire steel cage match. Jon Moxley faces off against Konosuke Takeshita in an eliminator match, which means that even though Moxley is the incumbent IWGP World Champion, which I forgot all about, that if Takeshita wins, he'll get a shot at the title, probably at Forbidden Door. Why it's not a championship match at this event? Who fucking knows? Trent Beretta takes on Orange Cassidy in the dreaded singles match. Chris Jericho with Big Bill in his corner.
Damn it, I like.
You like that, do you?
The dreaded singles match.
The FTW title against Hook and Katsuyori Shibata in a three-way dance. The Bang Bang Gang, formerly known as Bullet Club Gold, which is, of course, Jay White and Austin and Colton Gunn, defend the six-men Unified Trios Championship against Death Triangle.
Beer!
Which is Pac, Phoenix, and Penta, but I appreciate Beer being part of that lineup.
Ooh.
Willow Nightingale defends against Mercedes Moné in one of the triple main events of the show.
Stupid.
The Elite, which is Okada, Jack Perry, and the Young Bucks, which is, of course, Matthew and Nicholas Jackson, to go up against Team AEW, which is Bryan Danielson, Darby Allin, and FTR, and Anarchy in the Arena, which I thought was Stadium Stampede up until right this very moment. But it's not Stadium Stampede because they're not in a stadium. They're just going to be Anarchy in the Arena. And finally, Swerve Strickland defends against Christian Cage. That is your card. I've come around on it. Initially, I was kind of poo-pooing it, but I think that there are some bangers here. I don't think it'll be as good as Dynasty, but I don't think anything's going to be as good as Dynasty this year. So,
I'll start.
Okay, Poot starting.
Whatever you decide to pick, let's go.
Trenty Locks takes on Orange Cassidy. Go.
Trent Beretta, Orange Cassidy. I'm going to do a 4-pointer on Trent Beretta. Because Chucky T just got injured, and it's a bad one. Supposedly.
Yeah, man.
Supposedly.
Potentially career ending.
Which is nasty, because that's... Man, joint injuries are a motherfucker. They are a motherfucker. And that breaks my heart, because Trent Beretta and Chucky T were always dynamite. No pun intended. But I'm going to go Trent Beretta for 4.
Chuck Taylor is an unheralded member of like that like weird time in the mid-aughts.
Yeah.
Where he was phenomenal, but like no one really noticed because he was on so many indie shows.
Yeah, no one kind of gave a fuck. Like it was just like, you know, and that breaks my heart, man, because there's a lot of talent that's like that just across the board.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? A lot of people that after their time, they go, wow, what a great worker. And I'm like, man, they could have made so much money if we all would have just fucking realized it. But anyway, I'm going to say Trent Beretta for 4, just because I feel like Orange Cassidy, again, I know I've sung this song a bunch, but Orange Cassidy can eat all the losses in the world and people will still love the fuck out of him. So that's what I'm doing. I'm going Trent Beretta for 4.
Ransom?
I had some stuff happening. What match is this and why is it happening?
Trent Beretta versus Orange Cassidy in this is your dreaded singles match.
Why? I thought these guys were like a triple.
No, so Trent turned on Orange Cassidy after they lost some tag team. Oh, in the World Tag Team Tournament match, Trent turned on Orange Cassidy and the Best Friends, and then he had a match with Chuck Taylor, which I don't think Chuck was actually injured in that match. I think it just probably exacerbated it. But like, you know, so he had the. You know, he's the one that took out Chuck Taylor's career for good. So
he's a heel now.
Yes.
The old Beretta.
Yes.
Well, as is custom in woman, you sneak up behind me one more time on this podcast, and I'll piss myself and walk around this house.
You mean woman like woman from WCW?
No, she's dead.
Tara.
It's freaking Tara just shows up out of nowhere like fucking Randy Orton. Damn it. I've lost complete train of thought of what was happening here. I'm done. I'm off the podcast. I resign. Goodbye.
Bye.
Boom.
Boom.
Ransom made the fucking noise. Boom.
Everybody loves a piece of Italian steel, so I'm gonna go ahead and put 1 point on Beretta.
I'm torn up about this match, and honestly, there's a lot of these matches that can go either way. There's only like 3 or 4 that I'm like super solid on.
Super solid.
Super.
Like I feel like on one hand, like heel Beretta could use a win. It would help like legitimize what he's doing, and also, you know, elongate this thing. At the same time, like the dude turned on Orange Cassidy, the dude turned his back on his best friends, the dude turned his back on his mom, like he, you know, kayfabe injured his former best friend to the point where he's never gonna be able to wrestle again, like.
But like,
you know,
shouldn't they lean into the head of steam that this guy has as a heel and put him over? Like, I almost kind of feel like
theoretical.
I'm sorry, I didn't discuss this whenever I was doing my picks because again I was distracted by my fucking Ninja Guido wife and stupid everything else. I could say that because I'm married to one. It's fine. But like, I just don't get the whole like, all right, we're gonna have him turn on Orange Cassidy and the Best Friends. You know, does the kayfabe injury angle up? Orange Cassidy beat him. Okay, nice, dead in the water.
Yeah, I have a real hard time picking against Orange Cassidy though. Like,
I get it, yeah.
he's very clearly a tenant there. I'm not gonna say pillar because I think that word's being thrown around a lot. But he's very clearly somebody that they're like, okay, like we want to hitch our wagon to this dude. He's got a unique style, a look, and he's got a great following. And people love him. So, and he's like the last few times he's eaten losses.
Uh-oh.
And
Everyone's
what
still
happened?
there? I heard my go offline thing. My internet didn't blink. Oh well, anyway, keep going.
Hi.
Oh dear.
It's fine. Don't worry about
Anywho.
it.
2 hours later, it turns
Anywho.
out, hey guys, I only cut 15 minutes of the show.
That's fine. No, we're good. We're good. We're
And-
good. I'm
Leave
looking
it
at
the
it.
best
I'm
15
looking
minutes.
at it. We're good. We're good.
So all of that being said, like, and like I said, he's eating losses against Strong, and then the aforementioned tag team match here with Beretta. I just feel like he's primed for a big win. This is going to be a feel good win, a get even win. I get the feeling that Trent is probably going to get a shine out of this one way or the other. But I feel like right now they're going to give the nod to Cassidy. So I'm taking Orange Cassidy 6 points. Like I said, I'm not sure at all. It's just that's how the points landed this time.
All right. I get it.
The Bang Bang Gang, which I am not sold on that name quite as
I
much.
thought you were joking when you said that. That's a dumb name.
No. They have all but abandoned calling them the Bullet Club Gold. I don't think that they have like the Bullet Club shirts anymore.
Is there any reason for that? Like, was there a storyline explanation, or it's just like, hey,
No.
Vince comes out and goes, hey, Bullet Club Gold's dead.
I think it might come down to dollars and cents, where maybe they had an agreement with New Japan Pro Wrestling to use the Bullet Club, nomenclature, and they didn't like extend it. And for what it's worth, it feels like Ace Austin and Chris Bay on Impact aren't like being referred to as Bullet Club anymore either. They still like have like the intro and like they still have like the shirts and stuff.
On
But,
what show is that?
Impact.
Impact, okay.
TNA. So
Gotcha.
it seems like maybe New Japan might be putting the proverbial foot down and being like, this is ours.
What? No, man. What happens if when's Forbidden Door?
June.
Damn. Like, what if this is all working up to after Forbidden Door? That's it. That's it for New Japan working with Impact. That's it with New Japan working with AEW. Triple H has worked themselves a deal with New Japan, and it's strictly a New Japan WWE like partnership for however many years, 1 year, 2 year, however many. Like, and they're pulling the Bullet Club stuff now, and after Forbidden Door, like that's it. New Japan shuts everybody off, and you start seeing New Japan and WWE working together.
It's possible. That's and
Because I mean, Cody, AJ, Finn, like all those people that could like, yeah, like bring Bullet Club into WWE. Like, how crazy of an eruption would that be if like WWE had a Bullet Club formation?
Right? No, I agree. I don't want to like grandstand and like necessarily get go into that potential ramifications. I just think I think it might just be a dollars and cents move. Like I think that New Japan probably has some sort of like a say on the rights of that, because I mean it's been a New Japan exclusive for over a decade now. Longer than the NWO lasted. So like and I mean honestly, with all due respect to the greatness of Jay White and how far the Guns have come, and again, all due respect to the trios division, what like is paying for the name Bullet Club doing anything for their notoriety here? Is it helping them on the card, or that no? Like
No.
it's just not. It's not. It fiscally, it probably doesn't make a whole lot of sense, especially when they've been calling themselves the Bang Bang Gang, and Sure, why not? Like I get it. So like it's possible that the New Japan is working to do a deal with WWE. It's also possible that, like I said, Tony is just trying to rebrand, and either way is fine. Regardless, the aforementioned Bang Bang Gang, which is Jay White and the Guns, defend against Death Triangle, Penta, Phoenix, and the Bastard. So yeah, I think it ought to be a good match. I care only though about what you think is going to happen, Ransom.
Oh. Uh. I have a struggle when it comes to former Bullet Club Jay White, because I pick him all the time, or I feel like I pick him all the time, and I feel like he deserves the big pay-per-view wins. Like, you know what I mean? Like he's a big deal. Like he's excellent in the ring, and I get a bad feeling that AEW is just not using him as well as I think they should. And again, who am I? I don't know jack squat, but like I feel like Jay White should be a bigger deal. He should be getting more high-profile wins. Like he should be kind of propping him up there. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he's good where he is. I don't know. But I feel like every time I bet for Jay White, I lose. And then every time I bet for Penta, I also lose. So I'm sure, however I pick this match, I'm going to lose. So that being said, I'm going to... How many matches are we picking?
10.
10? I'm not prepared.
Yeah.
I'm going to put 5 points on Jay White and the Guns.
The old BBG. I would love to see Death Triangle have these belts again. I think it's been too long since they've had them. I just feel like I don't know. Like I feel like the Bang Bang Gang just got them the last week. It wasn't last week, but it was like, they just combined them pretty recently. So like it feels like it's almost too soon. I don't know. Like so this like I said, man, there are very few easy answers on this pay-per-view. I just feel like they're going to keep riding the Bang Bang Gang for, giving Jay White a spotlight, giving the Guns some training, on the job training. It just makes sense to me. Give me Bang Bang Gang 8 points, Poot.
For me, like I said, you need to legitimize beef. You leaned into it kind of the same way I was going to. I don't really have much else to say. I'm going to be a little bit bolder, though, and I'm going to say 9 points on the Bang Bang Gang.
Yes.
That's very bold. John Moxley versus Konosuke Takeshita in a IWGP World Championship Eliminator match. I like these matches on weekly television. I think they're cool, and I'm a big fan of like the way that New Japan does that, where like if you get beaten in like the G1 or the Best of Super Juniors and you're champion, that person basically has a receipt for a title match at some point down the line. So, like, I like the idea of beating a champion, have a championship match. Awesome.
Beat a champ, get a champ.
I don't think that there should be a championship eliminator match on a pay-per-view. If you want to build these guys into like a singles match, I'm cool with that. But don't call it an eliminator match. And then if Takeshita beats John Moxley, later on down the road, he just happens to get a title match, that's fine. If you have this match happen on Dynamite or Rampage, they would never have it on Rampage or Collision, cool. I just think it's and I think that Dave Meltzer had a similar opinion. So I am kind of echoing Pappy Dave here, but I think it's kind of dumb to have an eliminator match on pay-per-view. That being said, I think that they are probably laying some groundwork for Forbidden Door. And as such, they're probably looking to give Takeshita a match against Moxley at Forbidden Door for said championship. Ergo, I think Takeshita will win. So I'm going Takeshita, 5 points. He's had a great track record in AEW. Period. He's only had a few losses, so I think he's going to beat Moxley here, and they're going to have a really fun match at Forbidden Door. Kanosuke, 5 points. Poot.
I'm of the same mind as you. To keep Kanosuke Takeshita looking strong and everything, and Moxley, I don't know. Man, I'm having a hard time. This is an odd thing for me to do, but I'm having a hard time putting my words together on this one. I just after watching Dynamite and everything, I just feel like Takeshita and would carry the belt. Would potentially carry the belt well, and I feel like this would continue things along. I think he's added legitimacy here in AEW. I feel like this is a good stepping stone, but I'm not as confident as Beef. I'm gonna put 3 points on Kanosuke Takeshita.
Ransom.
Ground to make up. Playing it safe is not gonna do the trick. So I just play it safe. Maybe I get some more points, but I don't.
And just to clear up the record, just because I know you don't watch weeklies, they have had eliminators where people lose. So, like, just because it's being called an eliminator match doesn't mean that they're probably going to win to set them up for that. Like, they've had eliminator matches where people have faced the champ and they've lost. So, like, sometimes it's just a way of calling it a fancy non-title match.
Yeah.
There's a lot of, and this is the cool thing about AEW is we have these kind of conversations. Also, Peebus. Also Peebus.
6 points, John Moxley.
Old moves, Henry.
That's
Old
hey,
news.
you know what? You got to lean into it sometimes.
If I'm gonna make up any ground, I gotta put big points where other people are not putting big points.
Ah, yes,
Because
the poot mentality. Yes, yes.
Well, here's the difference, though. Like, sometimes you're doing decently well, and you get weird with it. That's one thing. But, like, if I have any hope of surpassing anybody, I can't pick the same as them, or I can't pick different than them, but put low points on it.
Man makes
because that'll still let me mire kind of where I'm at. Like, at this point, I've got to take some different picks than everybody else and either win big or to lose big.
Man makes a salient point.
Absolutely, and like I said, man, there are no gimmies. There are a few
No.
gimmies on this card, but they're very few and far between. Yeah, all right. I'm here for that. Um, I think it's worth noting that like all three of the Shield guys have been fucking workhorses.
Yeah,
The latter
absolutely.
part of the latter part of the last decade into like this decade, like Rollins, Moxley, and Roman Reigns are moving the wrestling world. That can't be undersold. Speaking of
Yeah.
moving right along. Timeless Tony Storm defends the women's world title against Serena Deeb with Luther and Mariah May in Timeless Tony's corner. And we're back to Putski.
Oh, that was verbatim what I was gonna fucking say. Verbatim what I was gonna say. I am gonna go with the timeless one for 8 points. I'm gonna go with timeless Tony Storm for 8 points. I feel again. Okay.
Go ahead.
No, you're good. You're good. We're good. Everything's good. We're good.
Good.
We're good.
Oh fuck!
That's fine.
Fucked it.
You fucked it up. You fucked it up. No. Honestly, it's just I feel like the timeless one is self-explanatory. That's it.
Handsome.
Yeah, I don't think that Serena Deeb is the one to take this from Tony. I think that's a poor choice if they do decide to pull the trigger on that. Nothing wrong with Serena Deeb, but I think whenever you have the rocket ship that is Tony Storm, whoever takes that title off of her better be like either already a big shot or your next up and coming big shot. And again, no disrespect to Serena Deeb. Like, I think Serena Deeb is fantastic, and I'm super happy to see her here as compared to the Straight Edge Society days. But I don't think Serena Deeb is the one. So 7 points on Tony Storm.
I will conclude this meeting of the Tony Storm fan club by saying Tony Storm 10 points. I've said it for months. It's going to be Jamie Hayter, and it's going to be all in. I have zero doubts in my mind that that's happening, unless Jamie Hayter, for whatever reason, has a setback or whatever the case may be.
I'm third in the row for the next one. I have to piss real crazy, so I'll BRB.
But I think that Tony Storm absolutely retains here. Tony Storm, 10 points. Cool, Monty.
So wait, you think that she's going to drop it to
Jamie
Hayter and not your girl Sasha?
Nope. I think more on this later, but I think that Mercedes is going to start with the TBS title. Wouldn't shock me if she beats Jamie for the women's title at some point. But
really,
yeah,
she starts with the TBS title. That's surprises me a bit.
Well,
I figured she would have said like, I am women's title worthy. I'm not mid card women's title worthy. Like, I think she thinks of herself as a big deal. So I'm surprised that.
And there's a baked-in story with her, Willow. So it works. And I think they're trying to give some legitimacy to a mid-card women's title, which I think is great. And I mean, again, I feel like they have this plan for Jamie Hayter because she's British and she's great. And I think that her missing All In last year was just heartbreaking. And I think that, the way that Tony... Actually, I don't think Tony beat her. I think Hikaru Shida beat her and then Tony beat Shida. Anyway, I think that... her and Tony, they had their tag team. They had, good friends, better enemies, that kind of thing set up. And then
Right.
Tony Storm lost her mind. So yeah, I think that you know, it's set up for Jamie Hayter to come back and be the dethroning champion, and I'm fine with that because again, I think that she works a hell of a match, and I think that she would be that she is a great champion for AEW. So that being said, we are going to move along to the FTW Championship, which is according to Jericho is for the world. And I love that he was on commentary with Taz here the other night, and Taz was like, "Listen, Jericho, not for nothing, but you know that's not what it stands for." Jericho's like, "Nah, man, we talk about it. It's definitely for the world." Um, like this hapless, cheesy heel Jericho, I'm kind of into. Like the
What?
smarmy, smiling, like you all need me, and that's why I'm here. Like. I, it's like he is hearing. He's not existing in an echo chamber, like we've talked about with so many others. He hears the criticism, and he's like, "Okay, how can we roll with this?" Uh,
Who are we talking
all that
about?
being Jericho.
Oh,
Uh,
Damn it, Poots.
no, I was actually saying the opposite. That I'm actually enjoying his like cheesy, like shit-eating grin heel champion. Like I'm doing it for you, champion, heel thing here. I'm still not pleased he beat Hook. I still think that was a bad decision. But I think they're making the best out of a bad decision here.
I'm telling you, any new belt that Jericho has the chance to get, bank on Jericho. Bet on Jericho. Put your points on Jericho. All the points. Whatever the max points is, 10 points. If it's a belt that he's never held before and he's going for it for the first time, freaking man, that dude, by the time he retires from AEW, is going to have held every single belt, maybe even the TBS title. So bank on Jericho. Bank on Jericho. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I mean, I wish you were there to tell me that back at Dynasty. Actually, I think you may have actually.
But I did. I think I put points on Jericho.
No, he 100% fucking did.
Damn it.
Or at least I made commentary on it. I don't know if I put points on it or not, but like I think I thought I waffled there for a little bit, thinking like, well, maybe they do get to Jericho. I don't know.
Well, Ransom, since it's your pick, so since he's the champion now, what are you thinking? It's him, it's Hook, it's Katsura Shibata, the wrestler, who walks out FTW champion on Sunday.
Sunday. Is this just a regular triple threat match? What?
Yeah. Well, no, FTW rules. Now, traditionally, FTW rules has been hardcore. However, with Jericho at the helm and this for the world spiel,
yeah,
I don't know. We'll see. But for what it's worth, it does say FTW rules. So, yeah.
He just won it at the last one, right? Like the last pay-per-view is where Jericho won this belt.
Yep.
My only problem with this is that, like, I think with Jericho and his title winnings, it's kind of like he doesn't have to hold them for a while. Like, he can lose it at one pay-per-view, and the very next one, like, he can lose it. Because I don't think it's about longevity for him. I think it's all about, like, I got the belt, I got the title, it's on my resume, pow! I have a 2-pointer, right?
Yep.
What's this? 2 points. Y2J.
You mean the learning tree?
Y2 Jiggly. Ooh.
You make great points about Jericho. However, you then leaned away from them. I think that this is. I think you nailed it when you said that Jericho can win a title and then lose it right away. Uh, so that being said, I think that this is absolutely a course correction. I think that Tony Khan heard the hate, heard the cries of the internet, and I think that this is absolutely a way to get the money, the belt back on Hook. I don't know if he is going to pin Jericho or tap Jericho out. Is that what Shibata is there for? I don't know. I hope not. I hope that he gets one over on Jericho. So that being said, I am taking Hook for 3 points. Putski?
Oh boy, I'm really up there with Ransom. I really am. But this is one, man, when you have Shibata, Hook, and Jericho in a match, I cannot poot this. I just can't do it. I got to go 2 points, but I'm going to go Hook as well because I agree more with Beef. Jericho is doing cool work with this almost like cardboard, like beginning first year indie heel thing. You know what I mean? People are like, hey everyone, yeah, hate me, yeah. But he's doing it very well. But I think getting this back on Hook, I think it'll be cool. Hook can have the belt back. There'll be a nice little celebration with Taz. And then Shibata, because they've made a big stink about Hook and Shibata being buddies. I think Hook or Shibata, going after Hook after the match will be really interesting. And it could lead to a Hook Shibata thing. And that would be interesting because both of them are tough motherfuckers. And that'd be great. So I'm going to go 2 points Hook. I don't feel super confident in it, but we're there.
I got
a bad feeling that the Beast's right. It's going to be like a quick back-to-back. Jericho wins, Jericho loses, put on my resume, and it's done. But I've made my pick, so I can't go back.
I just don't think, to Poot's point, that we will ever see a heel catch Yura Shibata. He's too...
Ever?
No. I don't want to say over, but I think he's too respected. Him coming back from, not being able to wrestle for years and years and years, taking the Bryan Danielson approach. Like, we've seen them try to use Danielson as a heel in AEW, and it hasn't really worked too well. So, he's just one of those guys where I don't, and the fact that he doesn't speak English well, or if he does, he hasn't made it known. Doesn't do well at his behest. It's an interesting concept, I'll say that, but I just don't see that going down. But yeah, I think that this is going to be a course correction.
Do you think they regret that decision? Sorry, I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. No.
But I don't think of talking points until you guys are done with your picks, and that's when I get them in my head.
No, you're fine. I believe.
Do you think they think it was a mistake, or do you think they're like, well, we tried?
I don't think Tony Khan thinks he makes mistakes.
Really? Well, I imagine Vince probably didn't think he made mistakes either.
Agreed.
Fair.
Agreed. And again, I understand that mentality. You don't become a successful, millionaire, billionaire by admitting that you're making mistakes. There's justice in the world, you would. But so I don't think that Tony Khan feels like he makes mistakes. I think internally though, I mean, I'll say it again. I don't think it made a lot of sense. I just It didn't make sense then. It doesn't make sense now. Like, none of this makes a damn bit of sense. Even if they're planning on giving a shine to Big Bill, which is still a terrible name.
It's so dumb.
Like, it's so dumb. He has not had a good name since Big Cass. But
No.
like, what was his name in Impact? It was like WR like Ronick or something. It wasn't that. That's like a
Wasn't it
dumpster
letters
company.
though? It was like initials, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was like something something something. I just don't remember
Wasn't
what
it,
those
was
somethings
it
were.
W something Morley? No, not Morley.
Mhm.
Morrissey.
Yeah, Morrissey. That's it. W Morrissey.
W.
Yep.
Morrissey.
Yeah.
Which was passable.
I mean, that's
Man.
better than fucking Big Bill.
Yeah.
I'd take W Morrissey over Big Bill any day. That is a dumbass, generic, final fight, random bad guy name.
Final
that's what it is.
fight. Busting
That-
that
You come across, and I think it is. I think Big Bill is like a dude you run into on like stage 2 or 3 of Final Fight. He's just some.
I think that's
big
Tony
dude.
Khan sent behind Triple H and during test period, and he's like, "Hey, can I look off of that?" Triple H's like, "Yeah, just don't just change it up enough so people don't know you're copying." Like, "Hey, it's Big Cass. No, it's Big Bill." They just didn't think about how dumb
Nah.
it sounded.
W Morrissey was much better sounding than Big Bill. Fight me.
Big Cass. Okay, pretty cool name. Big Bill sounds dumb. Alliteration normally works in your favor. It doesn't here. Speaking of bad decisions, Tony Khan.
Everybody is Big Bill. Big Bill. Big Bill. Big Bill. Bitches.
Even if they
Big
believed
Big bitches
that-
and bills. Big Bill.
that that this whole thing's gonna give a shine to him, which would be great. He's a big dude and he probably has some talent left in him. Awesome, but like I don't think Jericho needed to win this belt. I don't. I think it was a dumb decision. I think internally a lot of people probably raised some eyebrows, and it definitely feels like a Chris Jericho kind of throwing his weight around backstage, like, hey, I should win this match. Okay, but why? Like, you're pissing on the fire that's Hook. I read somewhere that AEW, I think it's a Reddit, that AEW has a real problem with, like, keeping the fires hot. They're real good about stoking the fires, right?
Yeah.
Like, the whole devil thing and the whole, like, the breakup with Adam Cole and MJF. MJF being, like, the heel into a face. Swerve now. Danielson. They Osprey to a lesser extent. They have these, like, big fucking fires that they just can't figure out how to feed. And Hook was one of them. There is a groundswell for Hook. A lot of people like him. He doesn't have a ton of mic presence, but when he doesn't have a mic presence, he makes up in, like, charisma and, like,
Who's that?
Hook.
Oh yeah. Well,
Like-
yeah. But man, I'm gonna let you finish your thought, but then I have a point.
I have a question too once Poot's done.
Like being the son of Taz, having the song by what's his name?
Fat Joe or whatever the fuck.
Rude.
It's not Fat Joe, man. He's actually a decent, like, he's a young people artist. Anyway, like, it's a recognizable
Jelly
theme.
Roll.
It's
No.
not Jelly Roll.
It's not Jelly Roll. Good
he's
try
just-
though.
He's got a recognizable theme. Like, people, he's got the look, he's got the feel. Like, and WWE sees it and they want him. Which I think maybe factored into this a little bit. But all that being said, like, they couldn't get out of their way with him, and now they have to kind of start building him back up again. Go ahead, Poot.
I agree with you. I think he needs a little bit of build, but here's the thing: is like, man, I watched Dynamite. Hook used to come out to a fucking massive, just absolutely fucking massive reception. Now it's very shotgun Saturday night second match. Like,
Well, yeah, because they pissed all over the fire of Hook.
I know that, and that's the thing is, like, The problem is, though, because the AEW like crowd is filled with fucking smarks. What do you fucking do? Like, I mean, you try and like build him back up as a monster. You got to go to the extremes. I think that's one of AEW's big problems right now, and that's a rabbit hole we don't want to go down with a picks episode. But like, I feel like that's kind of a problem with like some of these guys is that they're fucking, you know, they build them up, piss on the fire, and then all of a sudden, like. They're like, hey, give a fuck about these guys, and we're like, no, like you know.
That was exactly what I was saying. That like they have a real tough time like keeping the fires going. They for whatever reason they hit these really great highs, but then it immediately dips.
I can tell you why,
and that's why. That's why people love roller coasters, but you have to have like some sustainability, because you don't just go up high then low then high then low. No, that's how you make yourself sick and get off the ride. You got to be up high long enough to kind of enjoy it before hitting the down low again. You know.
I agree, D'Lo Brown. Anyway, that's a discussion for another time. What are we doing? What's the next pick?
I had a question.
Oh, yeah, go ahead. Sorry, Rance.
Yeah.
My dumbass. Bless you, sweet child.
Thank you, my boy.
Oh, girl. I know Beef said the WWE wants Hook. Do you think that Hook will go to WWE if Taz is still in AEW?
Yeah, man. I think that Taz will tell him. I think that Taz will absolutely tell him.
I would have to imagine that Taz would have the foresight, especially because I imagine, like, again, I'm a dummy and I don't know. This is just what goes on in my brain. Like, I imagine if Hook's like, hey, man, WWE made me an offer. Like, I bet Taz would probably get on the horn to Paul Heyman, not Levesque, and be like, hey, are they going to do right by my boy? And I think Paul Heyman would be honest with him. And Paul Heyman would probably sing the praises of Triple H. I think if Paul Heyman's Hall of Fame induction speech was sincere, I have no doubt that he would sing Triple H's praises to any potential talent that wants to come or that, you know, WWE is trying to court. And I bet Taz would probably say, like, it doesn't matter where I'm at, like, you go have a future in WWE. Like, if they want me to come in as like you're something or other later on down the line, fine. But like, I've had my in-ring career. You go have your place.
Yeah, man. And you know, you look at the success stories of Jade Cargill and Cody Rhodes. Like, look no further.
Let's say Cody Rhodes right now, because Jade Cargill has been put in high-profile stuff, but she has not really proved herself that much. Let's be honest.
She's a champion.
I know.
With like one of the top drawing females, like currently, and
I know, man.
I wholeheartedly believe that Triple H has a plan for Jade, and
they're treating her like a star.
I think that while it might be a slow burn for us, like while we might think like, well, Jade should have a singles title by now, she should be top of the mountain. I full-heartedly believe that Triple H has a plan. I don't really recall a women's wrestler in NXT having been built by Triple H down there when he was down there going like, oh, he didn't do things to them. You know what I'm saying? Like any woman champion that came through NXT, he always he built them right, and he made you care, and he made them seem like they were the biggest fucking deal. So I have to believe that with Triple H in charge, he's going to do very well by Jade Cargill.
Yeah, man. I think this will be in a very high profile match at WrestleMania next year. Very likely versus Bianca, which I'm here for. And I think played
that's
right.
Going to be a crazy match, man.
Yeah, I think played right could be a fucking barn burner.
Oh my, yeah. I would want that to headline I know that I get my panties in a twist when it's, not the Royal Rumble winner. And now that there's 2 nights, I believe that the women Royal Rumble winner should headline one of the nights. The men should headline the other. Hopefully Jade wins the Rumble, the women's Rumble, and does it. But man, Jade and Bianca, that's going to be.
That's what I'm saying.
That's going to be fire, that match. Good Lord.
And it's not like Jade is not training any longer. She's still working. She's still training. It's just now that now she's getting main roster exposure while she's doing it.
Yeah, I think she's going to do well. She's going to do well.
That's what I'm saying. I think that with I will unequivocally say that those 2 are success stories. Now, yes, Shawn Spears has returned from AEW and has not had quite the success, but he is featured. He is a featured act on NXT television, which
we're getting into the WWE world. Let's keep it in picks.
Okay.
Damn it!
We're moving. We're moving right along.
Pay being the voice of reason.
Let me worry about time frames there, Skippy.
Skippy. That's a second-rate peanut butter, if you ask me.
Wow.
Amen.
Fucking.
Yes, poot.
It depends on the style.
Nope.
Fuck off.
I think the
Jiff at the top, bitch.
Skippy does better chunky. Jiff does better creamy.
Homie, if I wanted chunky peanut butter, I would just eat a mouthful of peanuts and make it myself. Next pick.
Class. Homie. Roddy Strong, Will Ospreay. Yeah. Roddy Strong, Will Ospreay. Again, this is to no surprise, but I think that this is going to be the match of the night. Because I think that deeply of Will Ospreay.
Girl!
He is just, I think, on another level right now. That at least performance-wise, nobody's anywhere close to him. And I say that with all due sincerity to some of the greatest performers right now. But Will Ospreay is on a different fucking level.
DFL.
Right. Who is this? Fuck, I forget who picked first. Oh, I picked. So it's Boots pick this time.
Yep. It is.
Got Ospreay.
10 points, Ospreay.
Shit.
10 points, Ospreay. You don't fucking have Ospreay lose to Roddy Strong in this match. You just fucking don't. I'm sorry. It's that simple. You do not have Will Ospreay lose to Roddy Strong. Nothing against Roddy Strong. He is the Messiah, the backbreaker for a fucking reason. But you do not have him fucking lose on Double or Nothing to Roddy Strong. You just don't. The end.
D or N.
Ransom.
Will Ospreay. And
see, I didn't view this as a gimme. And here's the only hold up. The international title, is that what it's called? Yes.
Go ahead.
Is that a secondary title? Is it or is it tertiary? Is this the IC title or the European title?
Ooh, good question.
Again, I have nothing but great platitudes for Will Ospreay. I think that he is the best right now.
Platitudes. Damn.
And
who better to carry your international championship around the world than a mouthy Brit?
Oh fuck! I forgot that Okada's a champion too. Whatever the name of that the champion is, the Continental Classic champion, which is a dumb belt to have. Anyhow,
wow.
I don't like it. I'm fine. I think it should be like the G1 where they give a trophy to the winner. If they want to carry on that trophy for a year, have at it. If they want to pose with it one night and be done, cool.
Slammy award winners.
Stupid fucking belt. I think it was a neat idea for Eddie Kingston to be the Triple
People's
Crown champion. I feel like now that he's no longer champion and now there's no longer a Triple Crown champion, like let's just do away with the belt.
Do away, girl.
But that being said, I hate to say the words beneath him, but I feel like it's beneath Ospreay. I really do.
Damn.
But
Or is it Ospreay's to lift up, buddy?
maybe, and I mean to be fair, like Orange Cassidy, to me, this title has eclipsed the TNT title. I think the TNT title's for show. I think that this is the workman's title. Like Orange Cassidy put in the fucking work with this title. You know, fucking Pac did some work with this title. Roddy Strong has had a decent reign with it. Like this is the title that I care about in AEW after the world title. You know, this is your X Division title. This is the one where I think you're going to see the best matches for. So, all that being said, to Ransom's point he just made, or Poot, I forget who said it.
Pick one.
You know, is it Ospreay's to elevate? And I hope that that's the case. I think sending him into England with a title, even this title is a good thing to do. So I think that he wins it here. We see some really great stuff over the summer, and he has a really great match at All In with who knows who. But yeah, I too believe in Ospreay, just not quite to the 10-point range. I'm only going 7 on him. But yeah, Ospreay across the board. Speaking of the other mid-card title, Adam Copeland defends against Malachi Black, barbed wire steel cage match. You guys remember the last barbed wire steel cage match?
No.
A little bit of hot tag trivia. It was Eddie Guerrero and JBL.
No.
Shit.
I want to say JBL won. I want to say that's how JBL beat Guerrero for the title, if I'm not mistaken.
Now, is that where they just have barbed wire around the top of the steel cage? Is that how that works?
Well, that's how it worked in WWE.
Well, fucking Tony Khan's a coked up lunatic, so who the shit knows?
He enjoys his death matches.
Until the grand finale.
Until the grand. To be fair, I'll say this.
Oh, look at the explosions.
Every match after that has every death match or what have you, this style of match after that has lived up to proportions.
Well, I'm sure that they're fucking okay, let's make sure that we don't have a wet fart at the end of this match. Let's make sure it's the big fucking deal.
I think that Adam Copeland is a fucking lunatic right now. I think that he's like, yeah, man, fucking chop my ass up with barbed wire. It's fine. Let's go.
Let's go. What do I have to lose?
Crazy man. And I think that this feud has been well presented with Malachi. Bringing out the evil in him. And of course, you're going to see, don't call me Brood Edge at Double or Nothing. I would be, especially after the bloodbath on Wednesday, I'll be disappointed if Adam Copeland does not come out to Raining Blood. That's all I'll say about that. Ransom, your pick. Adam Copeland defends TNT title against Malachi Black, barbed wire steel cage.
I want to pick Malachi Black. I really do. But it almost feels to me like Malachi Black never really got off the launch pad in AEW. It felt like a few times he was going to be kind of like a big deal, but then it just kind of patterned out. And I don't understand why, if I can be completely honest with you. Maybe one of those times was a health issue with him, but I feel like Malachi Black should be a bigger deal. Again, I think that everybody apparently should be a bigger deal than they are. Jay White, Malachi Black, whatever. Maybe they don't need to be bigger deals. Maybe I'm elevating them in my own head unjustly. But I don't know if this is the time for Malachi Black to beat Edge Copeland.
The save?
Yeah, well, it wasn't great. I don't know. Like, here's where I'm torn emotionally. I love Edgy Poo. Like, I've been an Edge head since, the very first You Think You Know Me days when Christian was running around with that white puffy shirt. Like, way back when. But, I don't know. Like, I'm happy that he's able to have fun at the twilight of his career. I'm appreciative that I think he can elevate this TNT title, but I just don't know where to draw the line of, okay, you've elevated it, you brought eyes, give it to a young guy who's not at the twilight of his career. And I don't know if that's now with Malachi Black or if that's later on, but again, I don't know who that's going to be. I'm very hesitant to bet on Malachi Black here, even though I feel like he should take this title and really run with it. So, have I used my 2-pointer?
You have?
Farm, have I used my 3-pointer?
You have not?
3 points. Malachi.
That was a struggle for you, man.
Yeah, I want to talk myself off the Malachi Black ledge. Like, I feel like I should be picking Edge.
It's the same thing with me and the Young Bucks, man. Every time I do the wrong thing.
So with Malachi Black, with Buddy Matthews, with Keith Lee, there's this like overarching thing where these guys were used well in NXT. These guys are all either engaged or married to people in the Fed. And it's a matter of when, in my mind, not if. So, like, if I'll speak for myself. If I, just some putz on some fucking random podcast, am seeing that, I'm sure that Tony is not, like, missing the boat there either. I'm sure that he knows that this is probably something overhanging. So, if that's the case, you gotta wonder whether they're going to want to invest in a guy like Malachi Black. In theory, you're going to be having the same discussion about Adam Copeland that you did with CM Punk, a guy who's here at what we thought was the end of Punk's career, but turns out he's still got some golden eggs to lay. But like a guy, an old vet, there to put over some of the young guys. And I think in both cases, we're sitting here wondering when. I love Adam Copeland, and I hope he's and you could tell he's having a fun time right now. But when and whom is kind of going to be the thing. I think, again, the writing's on the wall, and that Malachi Black is as good as gone. Buddy Matthews is as good as gone. Keith Lee's as good as gone. I think that it's about getting the value that you can right now. So, all of that being said, I think that they're going to have Black go over here. I think that this is the guy to take down Copeland, and I think that this is the right choice. Um, I I think that it makes the TNT title more exciting for Malachi Black because then you can go back to having the house rules matches. Uh, again, I think that Malachi Black is still on the upswing of his career. I think that Adam Copeland's on the downswing. And I think that, they got to go with that. So I'm taking Malachi Black 4 points. Poot?
4 points. That's bold. Bold moves, Henry. This one, I really, really was on the fence about because Copeland hasn't held the belt terribly long, but like you said, I feel like he is there to actually put over people and actually get people into where they're supposed to be and help navigate younger talent. I will be excited to see what he comes out to. If it is Rain and Blood, I will be thrilled. I've been on a big Slayer kick lately. Long story short, I'm going to put 1 point. This is my one. Putting my 1 point on Malachi Black. I don't feel confident either direction in this match. This is the one that I was saving my 1 pointer for. I really, truly don't. I don't feel confident picking Copeland or Black. So this is where my 1 pointer was going to go regardless of hearing discussion. Part of me wants to pick Copeland, but I don't see the point unless Black is going back to WWE in the next month or two. And I don't see that happening because I think, doesn't he have a couple more years on his contract?
I don't know, honestly.
Well, regardless, I'm still putting my 1 pointer on Malachi Black. Like you said, I'd love to see House Rules matches, like House of Black Rules matches come back. I think that would be interesting for AEW again. And he cuts such a good promo. He has a good ethos, and he's interesting. So I'm going with 1 point Malachi Black.
The other thing is that, this gives me vibes of WrestleMania 39. And I think a match that Adam Copeland would want to do over. Not necessarily do over, but, have the result be different. I think that we, especially now, can all kind of agree that Balor should have gone over in that match. Oh look, a spooky dude in a steel cage match against Edge. And especially if Edge comes out to Slayer again, fucking forget about him, man. But
what
honestly,
what did he come out to before?
South of Heaven.
South of Heaven, that's what it was. I fucking love that shit. Love that song.
Yeah, dude, it was same. And it was a fucking great vibe too. So I think that this is kind of Edge's Adam Copeland way of fixing it and making right with the world, I suppose. Moving right along into our triple main event here, Ransom's favorite thing of the world, where every match is a main event apparently. So the fact that this is being built as a main event is kind of silly to me. And again, you'll struggle probably to find a bigger Mercedes Moné fan than myself. But bruh, you haven't had one match yet. And I'm a big Willow fan too. I like Willow a lot, and I think that she has a lot to give this company. I think that she's on the upswing at the very beginning, and I think that she's doing incredible work right now. I think that this is going to be a great match. I think that there's a great story, and I think there's a great history. All that said, I don't think it should be a quote-unquote main event match, and the only reason it's being a main event match is because it is Mercedes' first match in AEW. All that said, we're picking Willow Nightingale defending the TBS Championship against Mercedes Moné. I think this is Poot. Yours to pick first. So I'm gonna let you do that.
7 points, Mercedes Moné. You don't fucking ever lose on her first time. And also, we even talked about how Willow Nightingale, and we're not saying this in any bad way, because like you said, Willow is fantastic. She's great. A long career ahead of her. She's not going to beat Mercedes Moné. The only way I can see this going is a schmoz, a disqualification where Willow retains. It is going to be Mercedes Moné. That is 7 points. Bitch.
Ransom?
Didn't I pick the last one first?
I don't know. Probably.
So wouldn't that mean I picked this
There's
one
some
last?
fucking chicanery happening.
I just forgot, man. We're having good discussions and then lose myself. If I was going to screw you over, Poot, would it really be this match?
You
Oh,
can go ahead and pick beef. I'll take my last.
No,
pick
whatever.
here.
It's fine. Just go.
Okay.
You want me to pick? Did I pick 9 points yet?
You have not.
No, I haven't. Listen, I never write anything down, which is why I probably do so poorly. Also, I've had some libations. So once again, ha ha! Surprise, surprise! Ransom's been drinking. Fuck off! I don't want to hear it. I drink on like 2 nights a week. Maybe. So, you know, for the Sandys out there in the world who are all like, oh, fuck, drink about. I don't think she says that, though. But that's the first name that popped into my head. So, you know what? You're in the crosshairs. Sucks to be you.
Crosshairs!
You just happen to, you know, meander into the minefield that is my verbal barrage, and now you will take the brunt of it. Fuck off! It's, you know, Mercedes Moné, 9 points.
All right. If there was ever a time
Is it?
to have Mercedes Moné lose her first match, this is it. This is the one.
Shut up. Shut up. Motherfucker, I went ahead and picked this when I should have been fucking picking last. And now you're going to do this bullshit of, I'm going to get him. I'm going to wait till he's not looking. And I'm going to slap him in the face with a piece of American cheese. Not in the wrapper. I'm going to take it out of the wrapper. And I'm going to wait until he's jawing at somebody or harassing his wife or giving Tara the business or, you know, harassing Poot about something. And I'm just going to wait. I'm going to look, and it's going to be like a sniper shot. He's going to turn and look at me, and in slow motion, he's going to see that fucking square of not quite yellow, but maybe a little orange, fake-ass cheese come right in his face. And it's going to hit him, and he's going to be like, Ransom, you know I hate this cheese. And I'm going to say to him, fucking peeking, porkin, Plotsky. Go ahead.
Make him Plurkin Plusky. All right. Yeah, I mean, so I
Let me clear
just
my
feel like I feel like if there was ever a time, it's now.
Damn it.
Honestly, this is tough because obviously we know that Mercedes was supposed to go over Willow in the New Japan Strong title match, but
Say it again.
New Japan Strong?
Gross.
I think it's just the IWGP. Anyway, the IWGP Women's title. Like she was supposed to go over Willow in that match. She got injured. They rolled with it. So like, I like that there's a cooked-in story here, and honestly, Willow's been killing it on the mic, and Mercedes has been not bringing her A game.
Really?
Yeah, I gotta say that Willow is looking better than Mercedes right now.
What?
But
there's always a but.
Stop. There's always a but. That doesn't
Unprecedented.
stop the casual fan from going, that's Sasha Banks. Because again, WWE reaches twice as many households as AEW does. That's not speculation. That's a fact. So, and they're not going to know Willow Nightingale. Again, I love Willow. I think that she's doing incredible. And I would love nothing more than to see Willow beat Monet in her first match.
What?
If I was booking this, I would absolutely have Willow go over, have Mercedes feign the handshake, only to beat her down post match, and then go full heel. Because the thing about Mercedes is she is a far better heel than she is a face.
Yeah, 100%.
She's a great, smiling, ha face, but when she's in full, I'm the boss bitch mode, that is best Mercedes. So, to me, this whole, wishy-washy, both these women are faces, no. I think that you need to put your foot in the camp of having Mercedes be a heel. And I understand that is a strong thing to do, especially after having Okada debut and become a heel immediately. I get it. It is a, bold moves, Henry. But, that's how I'd have it go down. Now, all of that being said, I also know that Mercedes is a diva. And that reportedly Tony Khan is paying her $10 million a year.
She's not fucking worth that. No.
I'd probably agree. Depending.
She'll be on the show for 3 to 4 months out of that year.
Depending on what I would want to see the rest of their payroll. Because if MJF's getting paid 20 mil or whatever, okay.
No, reportedly she's getting paid the highest. That's a couple articles I've seen, but reportedly she's the highest paid AEW wrestler.
Yeah,
not
MJF,
worth it.
MJF should be higher paid. Okada, Ospreay, Kenny Omega, just to name a few. But again,
fucking is a lunatic with money.
If they're trying to get eyes, again, she's someone who the casual fan will go, oh, okay, it's Sasha Banks. Cool. I remember her. She's fun to watch. She has a great character. I get it. I understand it. And we'll see if that has value. So all that being said, because of the money they're investing in her, because she's a top shelf diva, and because I think where they want to take the division, I think that Mercedes Moné wins. However, I don't feel near as confident as you guys because I absolutely could see it. I absolutely could see it the way that I am thinking it goes down, which is Willow wins on a fucking roll up or something, and Monet turns heel, only to go over, finally at Forbidden Door, All In, All Out, one of the big ones. Not the double, but nothing's not big because it is. It's their, it's where it all began.
No, All In is where it began.
Well, no, All In was not AEW.
Fair.
first pay-per-view was Double or Nothing. So that
AEW, even
all being said, yes, Mercedes Moné 2 points. The world title match: Swerve Strickland with Prince Nana defends against Christian Cage with Kill Switch, Mother Wayne, and Nick Wayne.
Mother Wayne.
Yeah, man. So everything's all
first.
fucked up. So I'll just.
You start.
I'll go first.
Okay.
I'll go first. Nah.
Go ahead.
6 points. Swerve Strickland.
Go ahead, he says.
Ransom.
Go ahead. Highest point value I have. I haven't been paying attention. I'm the worst, and I apologize. Swerve Strickland.
Whose
That'll
house?
be your 8-pointer. Swerve's house.
My house for festivities.
Let's make it a clean sweep, baby. 9 points. Swerve Strickland. And we have the Elite versus the Team AEW. Danielson, Darby, FTR. Heartbreaks for Kingston, man. I think he would have fit well in this match. But reportedly, he's going to be out till like the middle of 2025.
Oh,
with his injury.
What happened to him?
Fucking hell.
It's like something.
He was murdered?
No, it wasn't murdered. Close. No, it was like some fucking like real innocuous thing. I think it was like a knee or whatever, but it was a dumb spot. So like I didn't see it. I read about it, and everyone's like, these spots are dumb when they happen on pay-per-view in front of millions of people, but like in front of like 300,000 on a collision or whatever. Like, what the hell are you doing?
That's
Like,
extra
why are
dumb.
we doing this? Which is fair, and an absolute like critique of Tony Khan, like giving away the milk for free, and wrestlers being dumb and being like, yeah, man, let me land directly on my fucking neck in front of 500,000 people. No, like
that's dumb.
you know why Danielson and Ospreay ended so fucking fantastically, and while we thought that Danielson was dead, because he's like, well, if I'm gonna land on my neck, 5 more times in my career, I'm gonna do it against a guy that's coming in, a guy who's the best, and I'm gonna do it on pay-per-view in front of paying customers. That is smart money. So, wrestlers, be better. Don't take dumb spots in front of like 40 people. I'm sorry, that's a shot. Don't take dumb spots in front of small crowds with small ratings. Know your worth and save it. All that said, I'm pretty sure that fucking Darby Allin is a fucking filled with adamantium. The dude breaks his foot, which I want to question the legitimacy. Yeah, my God, I can't even say it. Legitimacy of at this point. If he broke his foot in February, in March. It was early March, and it's late May. That's 2 months. Broken feet don't heal in 2 months. That is a fucking scientific fact. And he got hit by a fucking bus.
You need 6 weeks for a broken bone. It's fine.
He got hit by a fucking bus. Hey, he's fine. I think that maybe he was just got some, no pun intended, cold feet about climbing Everest.
He's a baby. He's a baby. Babies don't break. Babies bounce.
That's fair.
That's exactly what he is. He's a adult baby. He doesn't really break. Okay, the foot thing, yeah. I mean, he's an adult, so something is going to break every once in a while. But for the most part, with all the stupid-ass, crazy-ass jumps and drops and spots that he takes, he's a baby. I've seen it happen. Babies don't break, they bounce. Darby Allin's baby.
One of my peeps from my wrestling crew at work said it the best way, that if he keeps fucking yeeting himself into the corner, the pole, back first from a coffin drop like he was just fucking Fusro Dodd. Like, he's not going to be able to walk by the time he's fucking 40. Like, he's going to be fucking crippled. Darby, please quit taking unprotected back bumps into anything. Find a new finisher, my guy. Anyway, Darby,
you know what? No, I'm going to go full some bitch heel on this one. Keep doing it. Keep doing it. You dumb sumbitch. You've seen how these dumb fucking spots take a toll on people's bodies. Like, this isn't 1991 anymore. We don't know that Mick Foley is going to fuck himself up for life with the bullshit that he does. And he did much more tame bullshit than Darby Allin is doing. If you're dumb enough in 2024 to fuck around, then I really hope somewhere down the line you find out. Be smarter. Don't be safer. Be smarter, you dumb shit.
To be fair, you have a point with the whole baby thing because he's all of like 130 pounds soaking wet. So yeah, it's going to be a lot tougher for him to get hurt because he's not flying around with as much force and mass.
It's going to happen, though. It's going to happen one of these days. You'll be like, oh, I didn't really think that it would ever happen. Well, then you're a moron. Bottom line.
Talk to Will Ospreay about that. Like, that's why he fucking changed up how he wrestles.
Yeah, man.
So
like,
he can, like, wrestle in the twilight of his career in his fucking 30s.
Stop it.
Twilight of his career in his 30s. Come on, Darby. Anyway, the match is the Anarchy in the Arena match, which is going to feature Darby with Danielson and FTR going against Okada, Perry, and the Young Bucks. A lot of people are, like, pissing in their pants that, like, we're not getting a tag team title match or we're not getting a Continental Classic title match. Like, okay, but, like, every other match on this card is a fucking title match because AEW has 1,000 titles. And you know what? Like, the pacing on Dynasty was fine. Like, do I wish sometimes that they had a few less matches so that they could go a little bit longer? But I also wish the WWE matches would have a couple more matches on the card, more than fucking 5.
100%. 100%.
So, like, can we meet in the middle and just say 7? Like, give me a 4-hour show, not 3 WWE. Give me a solid 4-hour show, 7 matches on the card. I think that that's a good number. I think that you can serve all masters.
Yeah.
All that being said, I don't even remember how I got on that fucking topic. Jesus Christ. Elite, Team AEW, Anarchy in the Arena. Tony, for what it's worth, Tony Khan came back on the Wednesday with Darby in his car. Darby had a fucking flamethrower. The whole thing is just like, 20 miles above the shark at this point. But, like, if you're going to lean into it, fuck it, man. Lean into it with a flamethrower, right? I think it's going to be a fun match just because of who's involved. Like, you have, the best, 2 of the best tag teams, maybe of all time. You have in a lot of people's estimation, 2 of the best wrestlers of all time, and 2 of the fucking pillars involved. So yeah, it's going to be a tremendous match, and it's probably going to be a bunch of stupid bullshit. I'm just sad that I'm just sad that Moxley's not in it because we're not going to get Wild Thing playing for 20 minutes again. Unless there's some sort of a callback. Like somebody beats somebody else off the fucking sound system and Wild Thing starts playing, I would pop so fucking hard.
Wouldn't that be hilarious?
I would come out of my fucking chair and just fucking start applauding. If, like, somebody gets, whipped into something and then bow,
fucking bonkers.
Bow, bow,
and then I want John Moxley to pull a fucking Ryback where he just comes out, walks around the ring, and then just leaves.
Yep. He comes out, he's like, hey guys, and then walks away.
Comes out, nods to the crowd, says hello to a couple people, and then just leaves. All while his music is playing.
Bye everyone.
Perfect.
At this point, like that is the Anarchy in the Arena match. It's getting fucking 20 minutes of Wild Thing playing. But But yeah, man, like I have no doubt this is going to be just a really fun match.
Ooh.
Um,
I'm hurt.
at this point, Ransom could pick first.
I'm not picking first. I got no fucking idea.
I'll pick first.
Somebody give me a direction to go in.
I mean, it's a pick 'em, man. It's 6-1 away, half a dozen the other. Honestly, on one hand, like the Elite probably deserve their comeuppance for like taking out Tony Khan, for bully rigging the show, for like walking around like they own the joint. Like all of these things probably should mean that they lose. But at the same time, if I can't scuba, what has this all been about? I feel like they almost need a win here. Just to be like, yeah, you know what? Like, yeah, we bullied production on the show, but this is why, because we're the best and this is how we're proving it. So I am picking the Elite for 1 point.
Wow.
I deliberately say my 1 pointer in this match just because I know it could go absolutely either way. And to be honest, I'm not going to be disappointed either way. I do kind of feel like this whole like Elite being NWO Light needs to kind of stop.
Mm-hmm.
Or I guess NWO 2000 would be a better comparison.
Yeah.
Because I just don't think it's good. I don't. I hated the Tony Khan bump. I thought it was dumb.
Yep.
I'm still not 100% on board with Okada being a heel. And I'm not the biggest Okada fan, but like, you're leaving money on the table, dudes. You're leaving money on the table. No one's ever gonna not cheer Okada because he's the fucking Rainmaker. So I just want it to be done. Like, let the Young Bucks be heels, and yeah, I mean, you can have the Elite be a group, be heels, but don't have them be like sitting in fucking Gorilla making calls. Like, that's just dumb. I don't need that level of fucking bullshit in AEW. When I want that level of fucking bullshit, I can turn on WWE for dumb stories that I can make fun of. In AEW, I want quality wrestling. So that being said, I'm not gonna get my wish. It's gonna probably keep going like this, but that's fine. Poot, who you got?
All right, boys.
That's fine.
This is your fiver. Right down the middle.
I know.
Is this last match?
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
I am going against my better fucking judgment here. I'm going to say it's Team AEW. Darby Allin, FTR, Bryan Danielson. Every time I bet on the Bucks, they lose. Every time I don't bet on the Bucks, they fucking win. So whenever this came around, I was just like, well, I don't fucking know. So every time, whenever it's a match like this, it just happened to be the last one with my middle of the road point pick. So it literally is the most like, what the fuck is Poot gonna fucking do? This is it. I'm going against the Bucks, and I'm hoping it works for me, because if I pick the Bucks, they're gonna lose. And if I don't pick the Bucks, they're gonna win. So either way, I'm gonna lose points. So I'm going 5 points, Team AEW.
Said? Ransom?
What point value is this for me?
4.
Oh!
You're in a little bit better position, but not much.
I mean, not really though, because I can't decide on this either. Like,
oh, it's a toughie. That's why I deliberately made this my 1 pointer.
Yeah, I mean, I hated the Tony Khan bump. I thought that was probably the dumbest thing that AEW has done yet on television. Like, stop it. Why does every... I apologize. I know that I'm not giving you my pick, and I'm going on a Tony Khan rant.
You're fine.
Again, sorry, but it's going to happen anyway. Why can't you just be a fucking owner of a wrestling company? and do the scrums. Like, why can't you just do the scrums, be the owner of a wrestling company, like whatever? Why do you have to be a fucking character? Sorry. Oh, that was 2. Apologize. I'm like, okay, yeah, Vince McMahon, he was a character. Probably one of the greatest villains in wrestling. Okay, fine. Eric Bischoff is a character. Okay, good. Well, Vince McMahon's a character. Eric Bischoff is his direct competition. Eric Bischoff's a character. Okay, fine. Okay, neat. Dixie Carter's now a character. Neat. That's great. Fantastic. Wonderful. Oh, look who's here. It's curly head, cranked out Magoo, fucking Tony Khan. Can you just be the owner of a goddamn wrestling company? Can you just own the shit? Why do you have to be a fucking character? He got dumped on his head. Now there's a flamethrower involved. Can you just stop it? Just own the fucking company. I hate it. I hate it so much. Like, you will never be the caliber. I know he's done some shit things, and he's a shit human being. But Tony Khan will never be the caliber of character that Mr. McMahon was. Never. I don't care what Tony Khan does. He will never be the caliber of character that the Mr. McMahon character was. Try as you might, you won't do it. So just stop it. Just go own the fucking company. Stop trying to be an on-air character. We don't need it. We don't want it. It's unnecessary. You're the worst. Die in a tire fire.
I feel like those last 2 statements were a little extreme, but I share the sentiment.
I don't think they were. No, I don't. Like, you're the worst. Go fucking own a company. You don't have to be a character. You pay an exorbitant amount of money to people that don't deserve that exorbitant amount of money. I'm talking to you, fucking Sasha, you worthless pile of shit. I can't wait till you get injured again so I can laugh at you.
Jesus.
Yeah, I'm all pissed off now. Tony Khan's done this to me. You can blame Tony and his white powdery face. How about, and that's not a race joke, it's a cocaine joke. Fucking figure it out. How about the Young Bucks, Team Bucks, for all of it? King and Queen of the Ring is going to be a fucking debacle of a pick for me.
I feel like you're on the money. No, I feel like you're on the money with Tony Khan. You know, for years he talked about how he was never going to be a fucking character.
Lies. Out the ass.
And then, and I wonder how much of it comes from the CM Punk stuff. I wonder how much of it comes from him being like, well, we're here now, so we may as well just lean into it. You know, like, just...
Yeah, but that was a storyline, man. Like, fuck off.
Yeah,
just because Vince McMahon did it doesn't mean that you can do it and as well. You can't.
No, I 100% agree. You know, Vince McMahon's a terrible fucking human. I hope he burns in the fieriest depths of hell for the fucking terrible that he's unleashed on the people that he's done it to. And he happens. Absolutely. Be it in this life or the next. However, in terms of on-screen ownership characters, untouchable.
Yeah.
And it probably carried on a little bit too long, as all things do. I'm looking at you, NWO. I'm looking at you, DX.
Whoa.
But you know, the peak of it with Austin and McMahon is unmatched. Yeah. So like, why? Like, for 3 years, they had it right. They were trying to be the alternative, and I still think that they are. But, like, every so often, it feels like they're dipping their toe in the water to be like, hey, can we try to be like WWE? The answer's no. And I love AEW. I truly, truly do. I continue to buy their pay-per-views because I want to support them. Can they be like WWF or WWE? Maybe in 20 years. But like right now, they don't have a footprint. They don't have the kind of a following. They can't afford to take those kind of bold risks.
No.
Right now, you play it safe. You play under your strengths, which is wrestling. You finally improved your women's division, which I think was the Achilles heel of the thing. You have the greatest wrestlers in the world on staff. The only three that they're missing are Seth Rollins, AJ Styles, and Zack Sabre Jr. If they got those three, they'd be
Wow.
unstoppable. So, like, fall into that, man. Don't go in and like, if you want to have this like click for the hardcore, cool. I love a good death match. Abso-fucking-lutely. Not like, gratuitous fucking violence death match, but like fun death matches that, like, you see some blood, some people go into some thumbtacks, maybe a real glass spot if it's done well. But like, just don't stop giving away the cow for free, or stop giving away the milk for free, and stop trying to be something that you're not. All right, that's Double or Nothing.
I think
King
at this point we should just keep rolling.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, we've that only took us 2 hours to get through one show. I'm sure that this one's not going to be. I mean, honestly.
Sorry, that was my bad. I got fucking.
No. I did a lot of talking too. We're all good.
We all did. We all did.
This was going to go real quick. There are 5 matches. I think we're only probably going to end up picking 3 of them. Although we're probably going to have discussion on the other 2. Let me quickly run down King and Queen of the Ring here. Becky Lynch defends against Liv Morgan, the Women's World Championship. Excuse me.
What is it?
Sami Zayn defends against Chad Gable and Bronson Reed in a triple threat match for the Intercontinental Championship. Cody Rhodes defends against Logan Paul in a singles match for the Undisputed Championship.
Okay.
Gunther takes on TBA for the King of the Ring. And Lyra Valkyria takes on TBA for the Queen of the Ring. Though it may be small, it is mighty, I feel. But that's your that's your card.
Are we picking the TBDs?
No.
All right.
We can talk about it. We can talk. I mean, so if that you're picking Gunther regardless, you're picking Lyra regardless. Like, absolutely, you can put that on tape here. If not, just let me know by Saturday at 10 a.m. Same as the rest of the schlubs in the world. There's no reason that they should have an adventure. No reason that they should have an unfair advantage. We're gonna start with Becky versus Liv for the Women's World Championship. Poot, since I so often put you in undesirable positions, you tell me who you would like to start by picking this card.
Me.
Yeah. Oh my.
All right. Becky versus Liv, go. 5 points.
Okay, so we're not picking the King of the Ring and Queen of the Ring.
We're going to be, just maybe not on this card.
All right.
Like, just not on this, on as we're recording. You'll have those picks due to me by Saturday at 10 a.m.
All right. Well, you know what? I'm just on my notepad. I'm putting 7 points because I'm going bold, baby.
What?
No, 5. 5 points.
No. So, it is 5 points total. Oh, wow. Fuck. Okay. Never mind. I'm looking at my
You
thing.
motherfucker.
Never mind. I'm putting 5 points on my thing because I'm going bold. So the first one is Becky Lynch versus Liv Morgan.
Live.
Yep.
Liv.
Yep.
I'm going to go. This is my only, of the 2 events this weekend, this is my only, risk-taking moment.
Don't. He's gonna.
What am I going to do, Beef?
You're gonna pick Liv Morgan.
Poot, no. Shark, help.
2 points on Becky Lynch.
Yay!
Yeah, there you go.
All right.
You're our only hope. Ransom, who you
Nope.
got?
2 points on Becky Lynch. I don't feel like it would make a lot of sense to take the title off of her at this point, like this soon.
No.
Liv Morgan, listen, people love Liv Morgan. She's on a little bit of a hot streak. People love her.
Why?
But I just don't feel she would be a transitional champion at best. Sorry, Liv. Live, laugh, love your career as best as you can, I guess.
Wow. Liv Morgan's appeal is all in the chase. It's all in the chase of the title. Like, when Liv gets that title, if she gets it again, snooze fest. People will be sick of it in 2 to 3 weeks. They'll be over Liv Morgan having the title.
Just like last time.
Yeah, exactly like last time, isn't it, Steve? Like, they want Liv in the chase. But as soon as she... I went full Sean Connery on that one. As soon as she gets it, they won't give a shit what she does. Yeah, fuck her. Becky Lynch, 2 points.
I
don't care if it's my turn to pick. I picked.
No, you're good. Live, laugh, lose. And to correct you, Jen, Liv's only appeal is in the pants of men who will never have a wife that fucking oogle her on fucking Instagram.
God. Live, lose.
I'll say this, and I, my Liv hate has been well stated. I'll say this. I think that this heel character is at least interesting, but show me something. And yeah, like Poot said, Becky literally just got this title after Rhea held it for a fucking year plus. If you were gonna put it on Liv, you should have done it in the fucking Battle Royal, not correct and give it to fucking Becky. So, or give it to. So I'm picking Becky Lynch 4 points. It just doesn't make any sense to me. Sami Zayn versus Chad Gable and Bronson Reed. Ransom.
Fuck, man.
Who did this to you? I want to know that Poot did this to you.
No, I blame you. Poot's a good boy.
Hey!
I blame you too.
I don't know. I don't know on this. I don't know. So I'm gonna pick with what I want to have happen. And I'm gonna pick Chad Gable for 3 points. I have no idea if Chad's gonna win. I'm already good with Sami Zayn losing that title. Fuck him. I think Chad Gable should have won it at Mania, honestly, but that's me, and I don't mean shit to shit. But I want Chad Gable to win that title. Like, I really I get he's a heel now, and people are supposed to dislike him, but I really want him to win that title, and I got nothing else.
If anything, him being a heel makes me like him more. Of the members of the Alpha Academy.
Yep.
I think it's going to have a good payoff. I like that the fans are already starting to work in a "you suck" chant with him.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's fucking incredible. I believe in Chad Gable. I want to see Bronson Reed win, man. I love Big Bronson Reed. I'm a big fan of him. Ever since I started calling him Ozilla in NXT, I'm like, oh yeah, this dude is for me. He is a lot of fun to watch, and I think that he has a tremendous upside. Also, he fucking beat Kazuchika Okada. Let's never bury that lead. The dude beat Kazuchika Okada, so that means that somebody somewhere saw some good in him, and I believe that that's going to come back around.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's going to be now. I want to see Gable win, to the point where I'm like, put it on Gable, you cowards. I just,
Cowards.
I don't think they're gonna do it here, man. I don't.
Fuck.
I feel like getting Sami Zayn to go to Saudi Arabia is a tough sell. I feel like getting him to go to Saudi Arabia and lose is damn near impossible.
Why is that again? Can you explain it to me again? I forgot.
Yeah, because he has Israeli descent. I think some Israeli descent, and he's, basically like the people of Saudis and in Israel. That whole political situation.
I thought he was
Like,
Muslim though. Like I thought.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, you're correct. But like, there.
But aren't Saudi Arabians
No.
Muslim?
No. I think I was right the first time. I think he's like Israeli, or something. Like there's some like
where
there's
he
something that definitely
opposes
clashed.
what's happening in Saudi Arabia.
But he's not.
Yeah.
He's not like of Muslim faith. I thought he was.
I'm not sure.
I don't fucking know. I don't know. I can't. I remember wondering, like, because I thought, like, I don't know. I don't know why I thought that he was a practicing Muslim. Buddha? No.
Syrian. He is of Syrian descent, and because there were some issues between Saudi Arabia and Syria.
Oh, that's what it is. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. I couldn't remember why there was tension between Sami and going to Saudi Arabia. Okay, that clears it up.
But apparently, yeah, the diplomatic.
So he's over that though.
Okay.
Like,
well, apparently things have come.
at least over it enough to where he will go to Saudi Arabia to do a show.
Right. So it sounds like the political climate's changing a little bit. To their credit, and I won't throw it around too much, but like it sounds like Saudi Arabia's trying to kind of like change their culture a little bit. They still have a long way to go. But like them reaching out to the rest of the world and being like, hey, please bring your events here. Like having wrestling, having UFC. Like, I feel like this is them at least making an effort. And I think that Sami sees that. And again, with the way that I think, not to get political because it's not the Pittsburgh political podcast here, but I think with the way that the relations are heading, I think that he felt comfortable in doing that, and that's why he was able to do that last year, and apparently chose to go back. All that said, I still think it would be a hard thing for him to go and lose in Saudi.
Yeah.
Plus, he just beat Gunther for this title at WrestleMania. And I realize it's been a little over almost 2 months now. But, like, it was the longest reign of all time. Let's at least have it in a spot where it means a little something. And again, no disrespect to King of the Ring. I'm excited for Saturday. I think it's going to be a great event. I feel like I want to see Chad Gable win this when it matters. So in theory, SummerSlam, at least Money in the Bank or Clash of the Castle. When we get another great European crowd. But I'm taking Sami Zayn on this one, just because I think it's too soon for 3 points. I hate putting a 3-pointer on that, but like I'm really unsure about some of the King of the Ring stuff. So, Poot.
I feel like Sami Zayn coming out on top in Saudi Arabia is kind of a win for him. And I think, just talking about what we talked about, I think Sami Zayn has enough stroke to make it the thing where he doesn't lose in Saudi Arabia. I think Chad Gable would do better with a victory either in America or England. I think Bronson Reed still has plenty of tread left on the tire for his moment. I think he's going to show out great in this match, especially working with people like Chad Gable and Sami Zayn, and more than likely having like a stare down with Otis, because the two of them, two big meaty men slapping meat. This one, I'm also going to do my 3-pointer. I'm going to put it on Sami Zayn. I feel like just flip-flopping that belt that quick. Give Sami a little bit of time to cook.
So what was your pick on that? Sorry.
Sami Zayn. 3 points.
Same as me. Okay.
Did you not listen to the dude's story?
Sorry, I was bowling. We'll jump ahead to the title match here. Cody Rhodes versus Logan Paul. I was a lot more interested in this match when it was teased as a title for title match. I'm not shocked. Logan pulling the chicken shit heel and being like, nope, it's not for my title, it's only for yours. Haha. But it was at least a lot more intriguing with, like, how are they going to handle it? Now it's just like, yeah, okay, whatever. God. Okay, so Poot picked first and Ransom picked first. Oh, it's me. Yeah, Cody 5 points. Fucking no-brainer. Yeah. I even if the United States title was up for grabs here, I still would go. I still would go on Cody 5 points. I think at some point Logan Paul is going to get this title. I really do. I think that's best for business. But
Oh,
there's no way Cody has a fucking 2-month reign. Like, there's just no way. I would be shocked. I'll go on record. I'd be shocked if Cody loses the title this year. I think that he carries it to WrestleMania next year.
Oh, I agree.
Which gives me a feeling in the pit of my stomach that The Rock could end up winning the Royal Rumble next year.
fuck off.
Yeah, well, that's a reality we may have to deal with here in like 8 months.
Oh, maybe I'll be dead by then.
God, I hope not. Jesus, man, can you not?
Yeah, it's a.
But yeah, this is much like Ransom's purported death not happening.
You
Cody's
don't
gonna hold
know.
his title for a long, long time.
I'm all fuck
5
off next
points,
month.
Cody. Putin.
Oh God, Cody Rhodes 5 points. Shut the fuck up. Like, that's all I have to say. Shut the fuck up.
That's a
Logan Paul 5 points.
You're not serious.
Nah, Cody Rhodes 5 points. Fuck off.
I
I will
How's that, good
shit
boy?
my entire britches full of brown meaty shit. Burn that into your brain.
Fucking meaty
If-
poops.
If fucking Logan Paul wins this title, motherfucker.
To be
I'll tell you
fair,
this, though.
SummerSlam's in Cleveland. And
If,
I think
what's her
that
name?
everybody.
Stephanie? What's her name? Not Stephanie. Amber. If Amber picks Logan Paul, he's winning. Because this is her quarter. This is her quarter to take it.
Ransom, please.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't think that. Yeah, it's probably not gonna happen. But I mean, like, what better time than now? Like, if you're gonna pull some fucking tricky dicky bullshit, like, what better time than whenever nobody's expecting it?
I have.
We said it all along. It's not about Cody's reign now. It's about Cody having that moment. Well, Cody had that moment.
That's it. And I'm cautiously pessimistic about Cody's reign. I have a very uneasy, not a bad feeling. I have a very uneasy feeling that Cody's reign might be similar to that of Adam Page's reign.
Oh.
Everybody wanted Cody to win. Everybody wanted it. Everybody wanted to see it finally fucking happen. And it did. And they were ecstatic. And they loved it. And they were happy. And it was a wonderful, feel-good, heartfelt, emotional moment. But then they're tired of it. I don't think Like, I'm not saying I think it's going to go that way. I'm hesitant and I'm cautiously pessimistic that come SummerSlam, people are already going to be sick of Cody, and there might even be the beginnings of some boos.
Well, I think
for Cody when he comes out.
I was going to say, to be fair, though, in my opinion, Cody Rhodes works better as a heel.
Oh, I agree. 100%. 100% with that sentiment. But.
Really?
Yeah.
But.
Okay.
I also think that he's out to prove something. And I think that a Cody Rhodes with a chip on his shoulder is the best Cody Rhodes. I think he wants to prove that he can be the face of the company. I think he wants to prove that he can be the Shawn Michaels. Though? I absolutely.
Like, do you think he can be the Shawn Michaels, the Bret Hart, the Undertaker? Like, do you think he can be the guy? Mm-hmm. Really?
Who else?
I mean, I love me a Cody Rhodes. Don't get me wrong. Like, I'm not shitting on the guy, and I'm not hoping that he loses, and I'm not hoping that he fails. Like, this isn't a ransom CM Punk type feeling. Like, I'm just a little surprised that you think he can be, like the Randy Orton, the John Cena, the Hulk Hogan type, carry the company on his shoulders guy.
Like, who else, like right now, gun to your head, who else do you see that could do that?
Well, I don't know. That's the thing. Like,
Cody walks around. Cody walks around in suits.
Yeah.
He shows up on all the shows in suits, holding the title. He looks like a top guy.
But but what are you saying though? Like, are you saying you got to pick someone, and if there's no one else to pick, it's got to be Cody? Well, if that's the case, it doesn't put him in the Shawn Michaels, The Rock, the Stone Cold, the Undertaker category. Like, they carried the company because they were that good. If you're saying who else, that means Cody's carrying the company because there ain't nobody else.
Well, but
like, there's a difference in my mind between that. Like,
but
when
how
Steve Austin carried the belt, there were what?
How bad were the 2010s? And we still give John Cena credit for carrying the company. I think that we can all admit that 2010s in WWE was bad.
All right.
Not great.
There's no arguments here, homie.
And again, you look and you say, well, who else was going to carry the company at that time? Well, there was nobody else. It was only John Cena. So same argument. I think that there are other people like Seth Rollins. If he dialed in the weirdness, I think could be that guy. But he's another dude who works best as a heel. Roman probably could be that guy if we're being honest. But right now, for this time, for this place, it's got to be Cody.
Well, he just spent 14 years as champion. He needs a little bit of a break.
Sure, yeah. Sunsetting on a grateful universe and such. I get the trepidation because we all remember Drew McIntyre's reign from COVID and how we were all so psyched for Drew McIntyre.
Not his fault.
Absolutely. They set him up for failure. The situation, the booking, no one was in Drew McIntyre's corner. And it took him a long fucking time to rebound, but here we are, where I'm excited for Drew McIntyre to be on top again.
Yep.
In a completely different manner. So I get the trepidation, but I feel like this is different. Look at Cody Styles. It was an amazing match. Crowd bought into it the whole time. They didn't give a fuck that there wasn't really a story other than I think that you were one of the best, and they didn't even play into any of the fucking Bullet Club shit or anything. They were just
good point.
Nope, you're the best competition for me. Let's go.
Yeah.
And I get a very similar Logan Paul vibe. Not that they've said that, but Logan Paul is seen as a blue chipper, as a as a guy who has a rocket on his back. This is going to be his second world title match in like his first 10 matches. So, like, that tells you
Jeez.
everything you need to know about the dude.
Oops, sorry.
And that's why I'm saying I think that Logan Paul will eventually get the strap.
Yes.
I just hope it's sooner rather than later, and they don't miss the boat on it. But yeah,
Really?
man, like I think that Cody Rhodes can be that dude. Maybe he doesn't carry it for a decade. Like maybe he carries it for 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. There's
Like straight or losing in between?
no, like losing in between, but like
Okay.
being like that Hulk Hogan, being that Shawn Michaels,
Be
like
the
being
guy.
at
The guy.
top,
Like
right?
he's okay.
Being at the top of the card,
Right.
title or not, like he's gonna be involved in like the last match of the night. So like, I think that's kind of his trajectory. And again, like that's the beautiful thing about wrestling is that there's always the next guy. The next guy is always coming. Is it Braun Breaker? Is it LA Knight? Who fucking knows? But like is it Carmelo Hayes? Like there are tons of like those guys in there right now that could absolutely be the show stealer. So that's why, and iron sharpens iron, man. That's why we're happy about competition for WWE. And I'll say the same thing about Cody Rhodes. Like iron sharpens iron. Like the better faces we have on WWE, the better I think he's going to be pushed to.
Yeah.
So let's talk about King of the Ring and Queen of the Ring, because both of those, it's come out now that both of those winners are going to be receiving title shots, I believe, at SummerSlam. It's been guaranteed. So, oh hey, it's Jade Cargill, wearing the TBS title. That's weird. I'm watching some like weird like bare knuckle thing on Axis, and out comes Jade Cargill wearing the TBS title. I'm like, boy, that's an old.
That's something
That's
else.
an old
Something
fucking,
different now, though. That's something different
yeah,
now.
little bit different. That's why I was like, hey, what? So like, yeah, so like they're guaranteed their shots at SummerSlam, which I think factors into the decision-making process now, which I'm fine with. King of the Ring I think should be for a title shot at some point. I think
agree.
that I think that they've kind of done that in the past, and it's worked out well. I hope you go to the bathroom for that.
I don't necessarily agree with that.
Okay.
Because I feel like that takes a little bit of. I know they're different. I feel like it takes, though, a little bit of the shine away from the Royal Rumble. Like, I feel like the Royal Rumble should be the event that you win and you get a title shot. Like, that's the one. King of the Ring is fine if you get crowned King of the Ring, you make a big deal out of it. Freaking William Regal propelled a great storyline off of King of the Ring. Booker T propelled a great storyline off of King of the Ring.
Owen
Hart. Some of those led to title victories, but I don't like. I think it should just be that. I think you should just be the King of the Ring at that point. That's an accolade that you get. That doesn't mean that you can't challenge for the title later on, at some point, and I'm sure most Kings do. Most, not all. But I don't like the idea of, you win King of the Ring, you get a title shot. Like, no, that's the Rumble, though. That's what the Rumble is. And I know the Rumble is a title shot at Mania. Yeah, that's an asterisk on it. But at the same time, like, I feel like that's what makes Rumble special. You win the Rumble, you get a title shot. You know you're going to get a title shot when you win the Rumble.
See,
King of the Ring should just be an award. Like,
I hear that, but here's the thing. I think Royal Rumble.
Mother?
I'm sorry, were you finished?
No, yeah, I was. It's just you're just fucking counterpoint all the goddamn time. No matter how good my argument is. you've got a counterpoint to it. Like, we can have an argument that the sky is blue and the sun is very big and fucking hot. And that's what I would say. Beef, the sky is blue and the fucking sun is hot. Well,
Actually, it would depend on the time of day.
yeah, like right now, if you look up, it's black skies because it's very dark.
And I mean,
cloudy,
and then he would go like, well,
maybe the sky is white. Sky's white. You know, if it's a very cloudy day, the sky's white. Yeah, the sun is hot if you're standing on it. But if you're in your house in the air conditioning, you know, sitting in a fucking ice bath, it's not so hot. God damn you.
You know, if you have all the blinds shut and it's midday, that doesn't matter, because if you have blackout blinds, your house will still be cold, and who knows?
You bury yourself 12 feet under the ground.
Who knows?
It's not real hot. The sun's not going to be really baking you.
Who knows if the sun really exists? I don't have object permanence.
We could be living in a simulation. The fucking chlorine's turning to frog yay.
Royal Rumble.
Fucking you.
Royal Rumble is like, I like the idea of the Royal Rumble that anybody can win, and we know that that's never going to happen. That, like, you know, the days of Hacksaw Jim Duggan winning the Royal Rumble are over. Like, that's never going to happen.
Crash Holly's not going to win.
Right.
Neither is his ghost.
But they play that angle up, and it's a 1 in 30 chance. And it's about endurance. It's about lasting. It's about picking your spots. Whereas King of the Ring is about proving that you're the best by doing it over and over and over again.
Yeah, but can't you just be the best, though? Like, can't that just be your reward? You've proved that you're the best. You're the best. You're the king of the ring.
Right.
You're not the number one contender of the ring. You're king of the ring.
Right, but like, if you've proven that you're the best, like, what do you call the best?
You're the best out of that tournament.
Like, Kansas City is the Chiefs are the best football team. What are they? They're the champs, right?
I don't know. I don't watch football.
They are. So, like, I hear your point. So the King of the Ring has had a little bit of a rough patch.
Well, you mean you didn't love King Sheamus or King Homeless Man Lucky Happy Corbin?
No.
I think the low point was probably last year with Xavier Woods. Was Xavier Woods the one who won it last year? I think he was.
Yeah.
Who the fuck even remembers?
That's exactly the problem.
Like, he and I, you know, we all agree that we like the New Day. All right, this bare knuckle shit's actually pretty fucking entertaining. Like, I think we could all agree that we like the New Day and that they're fun, but, like, Xavier Woods was never going to be a top guy. Zelina Vega was never going to be a top gal. As much as I adore Zelina. As much as I adore Zelina, I don't think it's ever going to happen for her. So, all that being said,
fuck you all.
I think this year... I think that this year that they have made some strides to change that. They put a lot of heavy hitters in this year. You know, up and comers like Mello and fucking Ilya Dragunov. You know, you have your Gunther, you have your Jey Usos, Randy Orton, AJ Styles, LA Knights. Like, there were big fucking names. For the first time in several years, I feel like they tried with this King of the Ring. And so because of that, in this specific year, I'm fine with them getting, because again, it feels like they're trying to make it a big deal again. So that said, we're looking at Gunther versus either Orton or the MFT, the motherfucking Tongan, or Lyra versus either Nia Jax or Bianca Belair. The women's match, I think, is a lot more up in the air depending on who wins. The men's match, like 80% of me says that it's Gunther's to win. But I think I read something online that they wanted to have, and who knows that they fucking put these reports out there just to fucking throw people off, but that they were like looking at Randy Orton potentially as King of the Ring just to set him up into a feud with Cody for SummerSlam.
Ugh.
Yeah, yeah. Again, like I'm kind of leaving my Randy Orton hate aside. I'm trying to anyway and be a better person and realize what a blessing he is. Because he's really good at what he does. He's one of the best entertainers in the ring. He has great mic skills. He has great storytelling in the ring. His facial expressions are probably bar none the best. I just hate that like every time I sneeze and I close my eyes, Orton's back at the top of the card. Like, give me a fucking break with this shit, huh?
Here's the thing though, that I try to put this into perspective. If we're gonna assume, let's say we're on the same page here and assuming that Cody holds the title at least until Mania. Do you want Gunther winning King of the Ring and going to face Cody at SummerSlam and losing? And then, okay, well, Gunther tried, Gunther lost.
Or
now he works his way back up again.
Or he faces the champion of his brand, which would be, at this point, Damian Priest.
Fuck off. Didn't think of that.
So, like I said, man, this world title picture is very precarious right now.
Yeah.
I don't think that Damian Priest is a long-term guy. I think McIntyre's
but it's
probably going to win.
I think Damian Priest, the reason he's not a long-term guy right now is because he has a lot more room to grow. This is the pullback of the slingshot.
Correct. But I think that Drew McIntyre is absolutely getting the title at Clash of the Castle. And if they don't, then it's a big fucking mistake again.
Yep.
Well, if that's the case, I still don't want Gunther to win King of the Ring then. Because I don't want Gunther to win and then fucking lose to Drew McIntyre.
Well, the only way that I can see it going down otherwise is McIntyre again to get screwed over, but this time by CM Punk, setting up McIntyre and Punk at SummerSlam. However, here's the real fucking story. I think they're gonna have Bash at Berlin in August, which is after late August, after SummerSlam. So, like, we're looking at Clash of the Castle, Money in the Bank, SummerSlam, Bash at Berlin, all in a packed 4-month period. I know that they want to have Gunther either win the title or defend the title at Bash at Berlin. How could you not, right? Like this, it seems like it's fucking written in the stars. I just don't know how.
Yeah, but he's Austrian.
Yeah, absolutely. But I mean, it's fucking Vince McMahon math. It's close enough.
What?
Yeah, I hear you. But my point is, I think he's got a pretty big following in Germany. Despite his descent. Yeah. So like that's going to happen. I think regardless, that's going to happen. So the only way, so the easiest, if we have Gunther win King of the Ring, which I think is a 50-50 shot. Silly to say, but it's true. Again, they have Punk screw over McIntyre at Clash of the Castle. So we get that match at SummerSlam, and then Gunther probably beats Damian Priest at SummerSlam for the title. Defends it against Priest and Bash at Berlin. I'd love it a lot more if he would win the title at Bash at Berlin.
Yes.
But I don't know. I'd much rather have Gunther as King of the Ring than Randy Orton.
Just to let you guys know, have you guys been having issues with Discord?
No.
Nothing? Okay, never mind. Go on.
No. Damn it, Poot.
It's fine. It's fine. Keep going.
2.5 hours of silence.
What the fuck was I saying? Before my world was wrecked.
You talk a lot about King of the Ring and Gunther and Drew
Yeah.
McIntyre, Clash the Castle, and fucking guy.
If Randy Orton wins King of the Ring, like, are we gonna put him in the fucking Jericho bucket?
Yeah.
Like, oh, if Randy Orton
right in the old fuck it bucket, huh?
if Randy Orton sees something in the wrestling world he hasn't achieved yet, look out, because he's coming.
Yeah.
Because I mean, King of the Ring is the one thing he hasn't done, right? I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I don't want to see Randy Orton as King of the Ring. I think that's dumb. I think it's much more fitting of Walter. Nope, Gunther.
Whoopsie. I want Gunther to win the title at Berlin. I don't want him to defend it there. I want him to win it there.
Right, which is
I think the eruption of the crowd will be much bigger if he wins it there, as opposed to just successfully defending it.
So you guys are operating under the assumption that if Gunther wins King of the Ring,
fuck,
he gets his title shot on the next pay-per-view.
It's not an assumption. It's been announced.
Oh,
it's a SummerSlam, right?
Yep, Triple H said that both King of the Ring and Queen of the Ring get their title shots at SummerSlam.
Yeah, I hear the moan, Putin. I feel the same way.
I agree, and I think by putting themselves in that corner, they have thusly
Nobody puts Beefy in the corner.
They have thusly made things murky, needlessly murky. So Orton's probably going to win. I'm hoping for Gunther, but Orton's probably going to win. Queen of the Ring, I'm really hoping we get Lyra. I'm really hoping we get Lyra because she can then face off against Becky Lynch at SummerSlam. And, if we get another Lyra Becky Lynch match like we did in NXT, it could be a star-making fucking night for her. And again, like, that's what you're trying to do. You're trying to make new stars. I think that Nia winning would be a waste. I think that she has done okay since her return. I think she's been better than she was. But, like, she's already had her match with Rhea Ripley. She's already had one title match, and I think she had a title match against Bayley, or maybe she didn't. But, like, I like, no thank you. Like, no thank you. I'd be okay with Bianca winning as well. So, like, if we get Bianca versus Lyra, like, fine. Like, that's a win-win for me. But I think that this is, like, your moment to make your next superstar in Lyra Valkyria. I think that she has enough of a following from NXT that follow her up to the main roster. So I think that, that this is kind of the time where you can do that with her.
I would definitely agree.
But I also don't think that they're going to let both Raw people win or both SmackDown people win. I think we're going to get a one-on-one, which makes sense. And again, I could be wrong. Like, Bailey won the won the Women's Rumble. She was on SmackDown, and Cody won the Men's Rumble, which he was on Raw, but he won the SmackDown belt. So, like, it happens where one division, one show runs roughshod. I just don't see it happening this year. So yeah, I think tomorrow night's going to be interesting, and it's going to put some puzzle pieces in place. But even even still, I think that it's going to be toss-ups for me. That's why I left my 2-on-1 pointer for these two. But That's
So
about
tomorrow, if
yes.
Orton loses, would you put your money on Gunther, do you think?
100%.
But if Orton wins, then probably
All bets
Orton,
are
do you
off.
think?
It's a coin flip.
Really? It's that
Yep.
close. It's that close between Gunther and
Yep.
Orton that it's a coin flip?
Yep.
Wow, okay. Well, that makes sense.
Yep. Yep. Just because of them setting the expectation that like these title matches are happening at SummerSlam. You know, that's with that announcement. It kind of booked him in a corner, honestly. So we'll see. I'm hopeful that it's going to be, you know, I'm excited for both shows this weekend. I'll say that.
Yeah.
I know that we don't get real excited for Saudi shows around here, but I am. I think what was it called last year? Night of Champions, where Seth Rollins won the world title. I think, yeah. Last year was good. I think that this year is gonna be good, and yeah, man. I think Double Nothing is gonna be fun as hell, which is I think all that we can really ask for. All right, that's about all I got for the good of the order. You boys got any other questions? Any other things you want to say?
Did we talk about Fieldy?
Who?
Fieldy's nuts,
No! Damn it.
dude.
As soon as you started, I knew where that was going. Fucking hell.
No. Do we have a Stump the Chumps Champs?
Not with your fucking attitude, we don't. Yeah, we well maybe. Let me check.
Yeah, well, maybe. Well, fucker, which one is it?
We do not.
Oh,
Lies.
wow.
Yeah, man. We've crushed everything.
The fucking milk's gone bad.
We broke Pat's spirit last time.
Well, don't worry. We'll break it more next week.
Oh.
Yeah, man. We can make fun of him for all of his dumb picks this weekend, probably.
Yeah, we'll make it work.
Right.
Bye. I'm glad that tickled you.
Not what I was anticipating, but here we are. You know what time it is. Give
Thanks,
me the,
everyone.
All right.
You did great. So did we. Thanks for having fun. Push and play. We did great. Bye, everyone. Thanks, everybody. Bye.
No, I tooted.